What's up?
Look, if you're gonna get on Tinder and Bumble, you got to get professional pictures. You're not even money against the other guys unless you have professional pictures. If you're in the U.S. or in the United States, you can use Craigslist. You can say you're looking for a photographer. Now, here's the requirements that you want. You want them to have a professional camera. You want them to have good lighting. If you're doing indoor shots, Gemmo, 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist, 80 on my wrist, 100 on my wrist.
Be right back.
You need to make your pictures as aesthetically pleasing as possible. From like the 1 to 10 scale. You know how you can judge a woman? Okay, that's a 7, that's a 7.5, that's a 9, that's a 5. Girls are doing that with us too. You can't convey a vibe in your dynamic personality with static pictures. You can do it a little bit with your profile description, but you really need professional shots and you need them enhanced with Photoshop and retouched. Doing things like what? Making your teeth whiter, evening out facial shading, removing blemishes, making your eyes brighter and pop more, making the lighting more attractive, all right, to accentuate certain things that are going to be attractive to a woman. So you really need to get this done immediately if you don't have it already. For those of you that are in Europe or other parts of the world, you can even do this in the United States. Go on Airbnb.com. Most of you know this is a site for booking accommodations. If you want to travel, like a hotel, cheaper, there are gigs on there for photography. I was in Lisbon, Portugal in June after I fucked, what's her fucking name? I forget her fucking bitch name. Each one was 50 euros. Anyone could afford that. That's like a meal out with a chick or something. It goes a long way. Okay, get those photos done. I had a cat who was in a 3-year relationship. He'd never used Tinder before. They just broke up a few months ago. And he put up what he thought 5 of his best pictures. And he knows I'm a professional coach and all this shit. But he had just downloaded Tinder and trumped some pictures, and he's getting bad results. And he's a good-looking dude, and he's tall. And I was like, put up an ad that you need a shoot, blah, blah, blah. He went and had a shoot done. I took all his pictures. I sent him to like 4 or 5 hot chicks. I said, pick out the top 4 or 5 pictures and tell me which one is number 1 to serve as his main picture. This is what you guys should be doing as well. And if you don't know any hot chicks, which a lot of you probably don't, that would assess these pictures for you. You know, email me, dating coach, you know, and I'll have these girls do it for a small fee. They had a pretty good overlap. The top 3 pictures were all overlapped, and there was a whole bunch of shots. You want to, in the shoots, you want to bring multiple outfits. You don't want to have the same fucking shirt on in a whole bunch of different poses and settings and scenarios, okay? So you want to wear a variety of things that showcase different parts of your personality. Get a button down, get a short sleeve shirt, get something with a cool jacket, something with cool shoes, maybe one with sunglasses. And the headshot, it's usually going to be indoor, but it doesn't need to be. That's where the lighting comes in. The headshot's a lot of times going to be your main picture. So Long story short, there was a bunch of overlap. Between all these girls, I figured out the best order and the best main picture for him. Then I had the retouches done. And now he just fucking slaughters. And he's like, oh my God, this is so easy. And this is the case for most of my clients. The story almost always is with Night Game. They're like, I studied this so much with RSD and I don't get results. And that's what they're saying. Like, Jimmo, slamming RSD. You know, you understand Night Game almost completely. It's that easy. It's that simple. And then you start crushing it. Same with this. Oh, I'm not really getting many matches on Tinder. I'm not really getting matches online. Okay, get professional photos. And then the next process is having hot girls pick. You don't want to have like dude experts. Even myself, with all the experience I have in the game and what I know, I'm just not going to see shit the way. Nothing beats a hot girl telling you honestly, this picture fucking sucks or this picture's good. And a lot of times it's counterintuitive. What might look like a cool picture to a dude, the chicks are like, oh no, it looks like he's trying too hard in that picture. He's too posed or it's unnatural or whatever. Or he looks kind of beta. And it's like, wow, I didn't even notice that. And they were like, they will confirm it. They have circuitry wired to detect value, to detect attractiveness, even from looks from them. So get the professional photo shoot. And even if you're broke, like I said, on Airbnb.com and even Craigslist, I think for my first photo shoot, I paid like $100, and the dude did like tons of pictures. And then, like I said, with these two shoots in Portugal, it was like 50 euros each. So it's not going to break the bank, okay? And then hit me up to get photo retouches and chicks to review your pictures and tell you what's what. You can use those same pictures on Tinder and Bumble and on Seeking Arrangement, okay? That's it about the pictures, all right? But that's the reason why I spent so much time addressing that. That's like the main focus here. The rest of the stuff just comes pretty naturally. I'm not going to give you like my full formula for how to do the messaging on these sites, or even there's a lot more to say about these pictures you should get and how you should word your profile description. That's all covered in my product, Razor. And the messaging stuff will be in the leads machine start. So I'm not going to go into full detail about that part. You just need to know. Now you're competing. You ideally want your main picture to be an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10 or higher. And even if you're address looking, you can still get there with pro camera and nice lighting and retouching. You can take a average looking celebrity and make him a model or a supermodel. Just a quick overview on each of those sites. This is like the main dating app. It's called Tinder. If you don't know what fucking Tinder is, where the fuck have you been? You're swiping right or left. If you like the person, you swipe right. If you don't like them, you swipe left. I highly, highly, highly recommend you get at least Tinder Plus. It's cheaper depending on your age. You have to get that. That allows you to go past. If you could just go past regular Tinder, there's a limited amount of swiping you can do a day. Tinder Plus allows you to do unlimited swiping. You're also going to have like buy bundles of boosts. A boost for like 30 minutes, put your profile like 30 times more visible. And so you're going to be seen by a lot more girls. And I've talked to a guy, one of my old clients, who's a programmer for Tinder, and he said unless you're like model looks, unless you're like really, really aesthetically attractive, like a male model, it's really tough to get decent, consistent matches, even with good pictures. Good pictures take you a long way, but normal guys should be doing regular boosts and regular super liking. Super like push you at the front of the girl's queue so you're more prominent. I think the statistic is you're 3 times more likely to match with a particular girl if you super like her. Now, my own personal strategy with super likes is don't super like the stunner girls. Super like the girls in the 8 to 9 range because they're not getting super liked as much. Everyone's super like in the 9 to 10 range, so it loses its utility. And then as for a boost, that's 10xing the odds that she's going to see you and you get that 30-minute thing. All right, the other thing is be selective. Like the algorithm will penalize you if you're just right swiping on every girl. All right, from what I found, the sweet spot seems to be from the sweet spot I reviewed from people testing everybody. Swipe right on 30 to 70% of the girls. Don't swipe right on 100% and preferably not over 70% of the girls you see. All right, so try to only swipe on the girls that you would fuck. Don't swipe borderline girls. Don't swipe average girls, okay? And then Bumble was created by people that used to work at Tinder, and it's relatively the same thing, except the user base is smaller. And what happened is it's a little more relationship oriented. Tinder can be more hookup oriented. Bumble, there's like more conservative girls. So take that into account when planning a date. A lot of times you're going to have to do the date in public or it's going to take more than one date to close. All right. And then with Bumble, the girl has to message you first. So after you match a girl, she has 24 hours to send you a first message and the conversation goes from there. So download Tinder and Bumble. If you have one and not the other, download the other one right now or after this video is over. And then the next thing you need to do, besides professional pictures, which is essential, is make a calendar reminder, a daily calendar reminder. Put it for a time then you have for yourself. You eat lunch at 12 o'clock, 12:30 or whatever, and start swiping. Don't let it interfere with your life or take over or anything like that. If you have a commute to work, do it then. You basically want to devote 30 to 60 minutes per day of swiping, because if you are not active on Tinder, you start kind of losing how prominent you are and being shown to these girls. And like the CEO of Tinder even said, the best strategy is to use the app on a regular basis because it rewards you for using it regularly, like daily. It rewards you by showing you to more girls, especially if you know about internet marketing and you want to know about paid advertising. It's like running a paid ad twice a week versus 7 days a week. By running it 7 days a week, you're getting more impressions, which is basically putting it in front of more people. Same thing is true with Tinder. Putting your profile in front of them to choose like or don't like more often. Again, remember the common theme that I keep talking about is to get more leads for the week. So if you're using Tinder and Bumble 30 to 60 minutes a day between the two apps, you are going to start getting some rate of return on matches per day, leads per day, rates per week. And then you're going to aggressively schedule them, preferably using the Leads Machine product, which gives you the soup to nuts lead to meetup. And it gives you all the messaging on the site. Tinder messaging and seeking arrangement messaging. The seeking arrangement messaging is slightly different because that's a sugar daddy site. In order to message back and forth with the girls on that site, you have to pay $90 a month. However, the girls are much likely to come straight to the house, so you're saving money by not having to do public dates. And $90 for the month is, to me, inconsequential. It's not really going to affect things that much. It's not that big of a deal. If you were to take the $20 you're spending on Tinder Plus, you're spending $70 more on seeking arrangement, but the girls, you're going to be spending less in a month or even a year. You're going to be spending less on dates because a lot of the chicks are coming straight to the house. Seeking arrangement, you want to gear the pictures more towards like really high status stuff without bragging. So I have my DJ pictures, Tomorrowland. I also have that on Tinder. But you want to show like you doing high class cool shit. I'm not going to go into seeking arrangement too much. I have a separate product on seeking arrangement that I mentioned in a few videos and people have been eating that up. That I've been testing recently, and this works pretty simple. Bitch, fuck this little heartless bitch. I give a fuck. Fuck her boyfriend. Fuck her. The match on Tinder, you say message one is probably gonna get burned in a whole bunch of city. Alex from playing with fire groups and team, he told everyone, "Hey, trouble." He said that was his opener, and then he just started getting burned in every major city, just from all the pickup guys using it. Like some chicks We're even saying to Alex, who originated this, oh, I already heard this like from 4 other guys. That's his thing. Or whatever. I'm going to put it out there anyways. Okay, gorgeous. That's message 1. And then immediately send message 2. Want to go on a date? Question mark. So you're basically, it's somewhat polarizing, obviously, because you're just putting her to a decision, but it works really well. You'd be surprised. A lot of the chicks, and I've had some other advanced guys be testing this, and a lot of the chicks just say, sure, why not? Or yes, we should do that. Or some sort of positive response that sounds good. Or what did you have in mind, or whatever. So if there's any kind of positive response, I immediately just go for the number close. Let's plan something over WhatsApp. You can substitute that. A lot of people use WhatsApp in Europe. In the United States, people are more using regular SMS testing. So instead of WhatsApp, you say, let's plan something over text. Whichever word you want to use there. It's easier, smiley face. So it's giving them some reason to switch to the messaging platform. And people know that these messaging app conversations can go nowhere. Just endless bullshit spread across a bunch of days. Because there's so many conversations happening and people are busy with their own lives and stuff. So, let's plan something over WhatsApp. It's easier, smiley face. What's your number? Question mark. So, you know, I could put screenshots here, but it's all the same. Typically, if the girl says, hey, gorgeous, want to go on a date? And she says, like, yes, sounds good, or something like that, whatever. Cool, let's plan something over text, over WhatsApp. It's easier, smiley face. Keeps it light and fun. What's your number? Question mark. Now, she's going to typically give her number there. And then say that there's a contact and you move it to text. Now, this is very efficient and effective because you have to go through these long, you're going to be having new leads coming up here all the time. You're going to be having new leads coming from night game and occasional gay time stuff when you're out and about. So this kind of cuts out a lot of the bullshit. And it also screens for girls that are just going to waste your time anyways. So there is a whole bunch of different things that you can say as a response to the opener, but I'll go into it in one case. So if they give any kind of form of, wow, that was quick, or anything that was like, basically like an objection, wow, that was quick, I prefer to talk here for a while more, I don't give my number out that fast, any kind of shit like that, I don't know anything about you, Matt, anything like that, I respond with, and I don't remember the exact test, but it's similar to what I'm going to say now. I say, endless Tinder chit chat can be boring. LOL. Period. I don't check this much. I don't check this much, and we swipe right on each other. So let's go on a date and see how the chemistry is. Smiley face, sound good. Do you agree? All right. So what you're doing is you're setting up these conversations go nowhere. She knows that. You're also saying you don't check this much, so you're kind of explaining some motivation. Like if you kept it on the app, you're probably not even going to see the message for days, and that ties into your first point about basically building an argument here in a non-serious way. If you don't see the message for days because you don't check the app much, that's going to further cause problems and time delays with trying to schedule something. And you're like pointing out the obvious. We swiped right on each other, so let's have the date and see how the chemistry is. Again, it's a screen. It's not going to win over every single girl. If she's still being like, no, I want to talk here more, you usually have to say, what do you want to know? Which cuts straight to the point. And then they'll ask you a couple of questions, and I'll answer them. And then I'll be like, all right, now let's switch to text. And some girls will just like want to talk for days on the app. I usually just unmatch them. You can keep talking if you want, but again, it's like having a set in the club that you know is not going to close. You're not just going to talk to the girl all fucking night. Okay? If this girl's being that difficult about giving her fucking number, be okay with screening them out. Even if she seemed cool or whatever. You can put them to as a decision. You can be like, look, I really would just prefer to chat more. over coffee or over a drink. Ha 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 ha. You don't want to make it like confrontational and be like, can we do that? And if they're apprehensive about giving their number out, my response usually is, don't worry. A lot of these girls have had bad experiences where that one guy fucks up their whole trust about giving their number out. Basically, they'll run into one guy who's like creepily blasting them over text. Even though this situation's Salvador or whatever. Say the girl's saying, I'm not interested, and she blocks the girls, and he's texting her from other numbers, or he looks her up on social media or through her phone number and then starts stalking her and shit. A lot of girls have bad experiences with this, so that's usually the root cause of giving their number out. A lot of these girls do a bunch of stupid shit. People aren't blocking them, they're just responding normally to the fucking fuckery of these girls. But advanced game is to just fucking not give these girls any airtime in your life. Ignore their fuckery and move on and use your time better. So, to recap, Tinder, Bundle, Seeking Arrangement, those are the three big ones. A lot of guys don't want to use Seeking Arrangement because they don't pay the $90 a month. As I said, it saves, and the net amount you're spending, you save money in the dates because you're not spending money on the dates. They're mostly just coming to your house. But most of you will fuck that site up. I've had lots of guys come and try to do it on their own. It's a totally different game. I probably will never put out a product on that, but it's the same way that you'd adapt to a stripper. It's not all the same principles. You can't run normal game on a stripper on a hired gun, just as you can't run normal game on a girls like that. There's a whole bunch of considerations and a lot of things you got to deal with, and I'm not going to go into that. I have a product about that. So, even if you guys get on there, you're probably not going to clean up. You're probably just going to get frustrated. All right? So, stick to Tinder and Bumble. Get the pro pictures, Craigslist.com, or Airbnb gigs doing photography. Make sure they have a pro camera, preferably a digital SLR, DSLR. Make sure they have a DSLR camera. And then make sure that they have professional lighting. If you're going to be doing an indoor shoot, bring changes of outfits and have them bring you to a variety of settings. Have them bring you around the city. You can even ask them in advance, what kind of scenarios do you plan on going through or whatever? Like environmental settings. And then take that whole collection of pictures and run it by 4 or 5 hot girls. If you don't know 4 or 5 hot girls, even like 1 or 2 hot girls isn't enough. You want to see where they converge and where they agree. That gives you to see how the hot female population as a whole will like those pictures, which is coming through their neurological circuitry and how they respond evolutionarily to attractiveness in a man. Then you're going to do the retouching again. It's not 100% necessary, but again, you're giving yourself an advantage here. Just like I said in the night game video I made recently, saying that I'm a professional DJ gives me an advantage. It boosts my value and social proofing in her eyes, so of course I'm going to do it. Of course, you should be doing it for retouches, to enhance your aesthetic, to whiten your teeth, to brighten your eyes, all these things that are going to be more attractive to a woman. Have a woman that can do that for you, or you can pay someone else. Email me, epdatingcoach@gmail.com. Set the calendar reminder. Do your Tinder and Bumble swiping each day. It's essential to have Tinder Plus. Get some boosts. You should be doing 2 or 3 boosts a week. That's going to really bump up the amount of matches you're going to be getting. As for super likes, I highly recommend dealing with these girls in the 8 to 9 range, even the 7 to 5 range, because my theory is that the girls in the 9 to 10 range, like the super stunners, they're just getting swiped all the time. That's pretty much it. If you have questions, read them in the questions below. And if you want to go further in depth, check out J-Mo's Occam Razor product. That shit's pretty good too. What kind of pictures you're in, how you should structure that shit. J-Mo, $80 on my wrist, $100 on my wrist, $80 on my wrist, $100 on my wrist, J-Mo. The full chart. Which you should be doing in the in-app messaging. And then it goes through the whole sequence of what you should be doing, messaging from text to be getting them onto a date. And it goes through every objection and every possible scenario of where it can go wrong. And I'm still doing the early bird access at that part. It's 50% off EP dating. I'm going to drop this EP soon. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. There's shitloads of amazing content coming. Amazing content on the channel, but I'm going to make this channel a lot bigger and a lot more valuable than it is. Thank you for watching. Good luck with your online game leads. See you guys.